Did this portion of the season turn out how you expected when you signed on?
Nah, I mean, I thought for sure we would go deeper in the playoffs. Me, basketball-wise, I thought it would be better for myself. I thought I would bring more to the team, but it didn't happen that way. And I definitely had a great time here. They have a A1 organization, players, training staff, Sam, coaches. You couldn't really ask for more.
Kifo, your brother was pretty critical about the way that your minutes were handled in an article on The Athletic. What were your thoughts about that, if you did read it, and how your minutes were handled in the postseason? At the end of the day, that's my brother. He's gonna have his opinion. He's a man of his word. He spoke up. I didn't play much. Wanted to play more. Thought I could help more, but I'm not the coach, and that's not my job to put me in the game. That's the coach's job.
You seem to immediately connect with Russ and Paul and just a lot of the guys. Raymond, why was that so easy? Do you think coming into this environment?
I know I bring this griminess, this grit, this seriousness about myself that some people can't take. And if you don't know me, you might think different of me. I played against those guys for 8 years, and it's just something normal. It's natural. I'm a likable guy. I've talked to those guys before I got here, so it's kind of like a relationship building before I even committed to OKC.
We talked to some of the other veterans about, with Terrence, after he's had a season like he has where he's improved so much, now he's moving on to season number 3 for him, and a lot of the other guys were saying that transition from 2 to 3 was really important and like a big, especially Paul was saying it was a big defining time in his career. What was that like for you?
I never seen Ferg play. I honestly thought this was his first year. I thought he was a rookie. That's really big. I mean, I think he handled it well. Playing on that stage that he played in, it was big. With the vest that he has here, I think it'll be an easy transition for him because he has a role, and as long as he sticks to his role and does his role at a high level, he'll be okay. Not much is expected of him as a young player because you have superstars on the team. So I think his transition is easy. You just got to get better at what the team needs you to do.
Markieff, what are you looking for next as you go into the summer trying to figure out where you want to play?
Free agency, raising my daughter, being a good husband. It's not too much about basketball because I know basketball is going to take care of itself.
You said
When we first talked to you that you hoped that you'd be back here next year. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I like it here. If I'm playing the same minutes, then I probably won't be back here. I'm just going to be honest. I thought I could have brought more to the team. But as far as the organization, it's A1, and I loved being around these guys every day. I loved coming in and working with the training staff every day. I think it's really professional here. I think it's top-notch. And I think basketball didn't work out for me as I wanted it to, but this was the best time of my career as far as everything else.
The game is always changing. I mean, just most teams are trying to take away catch and shoots. In this last playoff series, you got a couple of guys who all they do is shoot off the dribble. How, as a big man, kind of as your career moves forward, how do you see defense having to change? How do you see how having a guard has to change?
The centers are not going to be as big a couple years from down a couple years. Golden State did a great job of changing the game. Me personally, I feel like I can play the center, power forward, guards are hard to get. You just got to play the numbers. Hard to guard. You just got to play the numbers. And I feel like guys of my magnitude are going to be the most valuable players in the league because you're in position to do more, play multiple positions, guard multiple positions, and that's going to continue to be the league unless somebody else takes over and they bring the dinosaurs back. It's just
You
honesty.
spent most of your career as Russell Westbrook's opponent, played a few months with him as his teammate. How do you feel about the criticism that's offered his way?
I mean, every player's gonna get criticism. Brian James, best player in the world, been to 8 finals and he still get criticism. It's just how you take it. I told Russ after one game, it was before he had that 2020 game. Me and him was fierce opponents. We never really liked each other. We always competed and talked shit to each other to the utmost when we played each other. But I told him I got a different respect for you because every single game you ready to play. Every game you giving everything you got. I mean, some people don't like your shots. That people gonna talk about your numbers, how bad you shooting, but you competing, and that's for 82 games, and 95% of the league can't do that, and he can. You know what I mean? Even if his shot not going, he doesn't let that affect him. Even if he's not feeling the good that day, he doesn't let that affect him. And I told him that my respect level changed for you as a basketball player because I've never been around anybody that can do it like how he can.
Markieff, you talk about the changing game, offenses, and all the three-point shooters. How does playing defense for a guy like you, how does it look different? What are the different dynamics there now as opposed to maybe even just a couple years ago?
You're guarding smaller guys that can move. When I came in the league, I was used to guarding, Blake Griffin, Zach Randolph. They were posting power forwards. You don't have to move as much. We closer to the paint. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about, getting switched on smaller guys. But the game is expanding. I mean, you've seen where Dame shot that shot from. Next couple of years, it's gonna be a nice amount of people shooting from that distance. So you just got to be able to expand with the game. For me personally, I need to slim down a little bit more, get a little bit more agile, so I can play higher on the floor.
So you see that as, and maybe that's everybody sort of at that power forward position. Is that almost a must nowadays to be able to?
If you want to get paid.
Fair enough.
Because teams play with different schemes. You know what I mean? But the guys that are getting paid, the guys that are staying around longer, or the guys that can shoot the three, the guys that can guard multiple positions, the guys that can get up and down the floor and can move the ball.
Anybody else? Thanks, Keith.
Appreciate y'all for this year.